Hi everyone, welcome to Ant's Country Life. This week I'm at Kate's just helping her tidy up the garden. It's that time of year where everything's starting to die back, so we've been cutting the hedges and stuff back down. But today she has a treehouse and it's been unused for a little bit now because the steps up to it and everything are just starting to get a little bit unsafe. So the next couple of days we're going to do a little bit of work on it and try and make it safe and usable again. So as we come through the garden, you can see here, this is the log cabin, and it was built a few years ago, and now the steps up to it are just getting a little bit rotten. So the job the next couple of days is we'll take those ones off, put some new wood in and make some fresh steps. Hi everyone, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did making it. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe and put on your notifications just so you don't miss any of the future videos that we'll make. And once again, thanks very much for watching. Now that I've got the steps and the handrail taken off, what I've done is in here, we've dug a hole for the post. I'm going to put a new 4x4 post in just to support this here, which is the other part of the platform. And that way it'll give it a bit more strength. So I've dug a hole in the floor here. Wherever it is, there it is. And what I'll do is very similar, if you've seen the video, of the log cabin, and what we'll do is we'll use a bit of concrete paving and put this in the bottom of the hole, and then that way it gives a solid base for the post to sit on, just with the ground being so wet. And actually you can see in the hole there it's already filled up with water. So we'll do that, and then we'll get this post cut and attached, and then we can start measuring to make the steps up onto the platform. So as you can see, I've cut this 4x4 down to height, and all we'll do is we'll fit it in under here, and this will help support this platform for when we put the new steps in. There you go, that's perfect. I'll screw this in, and then what we'll do is we'll postcrete the bottom end, and that'll stop it from moving, and then that'll give us a firm platform to put the steps that go up and down onto there. So I've shouted to Kate because the next thing is to decide the rake on this, which is the sides, and here she is now. Look at this.
Hiya. Oh, hello. So
right, so my next problem is your problem really, because you've got to decide what the rake is for this.
Because the ladder used to be pretty much like that ladder, didn't it?
It was straight up and down, yeah.
And the solution to that problem, oh, you've put the post in.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Post in, man.
Excellent. And so the solution to the problem is going to be steps with the same kind of grippy boards
the
that
non-slip
we use
boards,
on
that's
the
right.
walkway for the cabin. You've got some of those, haven't you?
Yeah.
So it's just about what angle we want it. I don't think it needs to be so
far back.
sloping.
So if I slide this up and then you can decide, because we want to be able to get past the end of there as well
Yeah,
to
that's
empty the
true.
barrow and stuff, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So do you think a little bit more?
I think because once we've got the handrails and those great steps,
Yeah.
that will be fine.
And they're going to be wide steps as
Yes,
well,
exactly.
because this is 8-inch. So,
Okay.
you know, you're going to get nearly a
Oh,
10-inch
right.
step on here,
Okay.
you know, because we're going at an angle.
So I think that
something
angle,
like that angle.
yeah, that suits. I think. Yeah,
Excellent.
absolutely. Because then, what you're going to cut?
Yeah.
V-shapes
I'll
in
cut
here.
little steps out, grooves
okay.
out of here, and then the boards will sit flat onto them.
And
then you see.
that's much stronger than making it by connecting them together, because this is one piece of board.
Yeah. Well, we've got two ways of doing it. What we can do is put a little shelf in here, and then sit the step onto that. You know, which is another option. I'll see.
All right.
I'll speak to John and see what he thinks, because he may even router this out so we can slide them in, depending how busy he is.
That might be a
So
good idea. That would be
we'll
a proper
see.
job.
I'll see what he says.
Okay.
I'll ring him at dinner time and see.
Okay, thanks.
I know he's busy. But,
Well, everyone's busy.
I know.
But this is going to be so cool to be able to climb up the steps better. I've taken my life in my hands going up that step.
Yeah.
That ladder before.
And it'll give you easy access up to
Absolutely.
reuse the treehouse again.
And when
you
the
know.
little ones are here, the grandchildren are here,
Yeah.
they'll just be able to run up
Run up and down,
play.
yeah. Definitely.
Fantastic. No, really, really good. I think that's about perfect.
Grand.
Yeah.
That'll do them then.
Absolutely great. Thank you, Ant.
No worries.
It's going to be great to be able to get up to the treehouse.
Now we've decided on the angle for the steps here. Kate's come and had a look and she thinks this is ideal. So what I'll do is we'll put the spirit level on here, and I'll just mark across here a straight line on the wood, and that'll give us the right angle, so when I take these down we know which is level, and then we can cut the treads in or put pieces of wood on for the treads, and we know that they're all in line and at the right angle then. There you go. So now when I take that down, I know that that mark there is flat. So I can cut that off, and then we can cut these treads in all at the same angle as that, and we know they're going to be flat as you come down for the steps. So that's just the plate, wooden plate there, and the steps will come up and fit up against this, so it just gives us a nice flat level piece of wood to work off, and then these will come down, and it should be okay. So now I've cut one side of the steps. You see here I've cut the angles on the ends and the angle on the top. So all I'll do is put it on top of the other board, we'll duplicate the marks, cut them, and then we've got a pair of sides exactly the same, and then we can just put the treads in, and we're not far away from having the steps. So we've just set up the saw. I'll make these cuts, and then we can put the two pieces together and start putting the treads in. That's the first side in for the steps. It's screwed in at the top here, and it's set onto the floor at the bottom here. We'll put a post in to hold it eventually. But what I'll do is I'll put this other side one down now, and set the width, and then we'll decide on how we're going to put the steps in under the walkway. So it's going up well. So I've got the other step, the sideboard anyway, for the steps in place. I'll screw this on, level it across the top here, so now we know that the walkway for the steps is level across as we come up. And then, like I say, we'll just put the treads inside, and that's the basis of the steps up done. So that's them both connected there now, so we can move on to making the steps, the treads themselves. So that's champion. So these are the tread boards, or the steps, and they've got a non-slip piece on here, which is silicone, and it's impregnated with chippings. So what you've got to be careful of is when you're cutting these with your circular saw or a bladed saw, is that these stones in here dull your blade within seconds. So the easy answer is, if you mark where it's to cut through with your saw, and then just using a grinder with a blade, this is a metal cutting blade, and just go through. Just quickly like that, and that gets rid of the stones in the silicone. And when you cut it with your cross cut or your jigsaw or whatever, that won't dull your blades now. Now we've cut these bits of wood, they're a small bracket, and what we'll do is fix that on to the wood there, and then that will create a bracket for the step to sit on, and we'll do that all the way up, and that'll make the ladder for the walkway as you go up there. So I've screwed this bracket on as well, and then these are the non-slip boards, and it's literally, you just place them onto the brackets. And there you have it. That's your next step done. And that's the same process, you do that all the way up, and then that's the steps done all the way up to the treehouse. And the same process as we did when we did the walkway up to the pond. Cut these non-slip boards to size, and then just using decking screws, we'll screw these into the brackets and that keeps it all nice and tight and solid, so when the ground bends is climbing up and down, they don't fall or anything like that. So we'll carry on doing that. I'll carry on doing that, get them all in, and then I'll show you when it's finished. I've got 4 other steps in, and we'll just carry on the same all the way up to the top. So that's the last of the treads on the steps up to the treehouse. So now it gives a little bit of access. So there's a couple of handrails to go on, which we'll put on from here up to the top one on both sides, and then that's it done. Now you can see I've got both the handrails on either side, and the steps is finished now. So all I'm going to do is use this just to make it a bit smoother for the little ones coming down. And you can see it's a profiled handrail top. So all I'll do is I'll cut this, and what it does is it sits over the top of there, and I'll cut this and fit it, and that way they'll not get splinters or anything on their hands when they're coming up and down the steps. So I'll do that and see how we get on. So that's both handrails finished now, and the steps is done. So that lets access into the treehouse again for the Kate's grandbairns and Kate herself as well. So that's spot on. That's it all for.
Hey, this is good. That is so sturdy. I feel very safe and secure on that now, whereas I haven't in the past.
That's champion.
Fantastic.
Great.
Thank you.